Hello everyone and welcome to BSG Online 3. I hope you all are doing well and welcome especially to this The Witness Any Person Run. So here we'll be accompanied here by Senydro, who's gonna bring us on this journey with this great run we're about to witness. So before we start, I just would like to do a brief reminder that we've got quite a few incentives ready for you guys to donate for if you want to. We've got a whole page where you can see all the upcoming incentives that we've got. I believe if you type !incentives in the chat. And some of them include, for instance, a bid war for the music choice in Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited. We've also got more bid wars for Cuphead Old Bosses, and much more. So definitely check them out when you can. Get those donations in because it's all going towards a greater cause. And with all of that said, well, I'll pass it over to you.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I'm senydro, and yeah, I'm about ready then. You will count me in?
Alright. When you're ready for a countdown, I can do it.
I'm definitely ready, yes.
Alright, cool. So you may start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so welcome. So the start of this area is pretty easy. As you see, The Witness is a beautiful puzzle game where you have to solve these panels right here. And they are all over this island, this wonderful, beautiful island. In the beginning, it's pretty straightforward, just from the starting point, which is like this circle, to the little end, which has like the little curved end. As the game progresses, though, it's getting harder each time, obviously. And with that, we're already done with the tutorial area. Just like that. So there are 11 lasers we have to activate. That's what we do by solving those puzzles. But we only need 7 to actually get to the final area of the game. So in any percent we only do the fastest 7, obviously. And there will be a few skips even upcoming very shortly. And in the run, we actually go to the town first, which like combines all of the... Yeah, I think actually all besides one criteria of solving the puzzles. So as you can see, there are like different things drawn on each panel, and those like... If you know the rules, they show you how this works, right? For this, for example, you need to collect all the little dots you can see. I obviously tried to not spoil this game as much as possible, since that's like the little secret about this game, pretty much. Right here I'm gonna concentrate actually, because in the town there are snipes, and I can explain that in a second, but I just really need to concentrate for those, since they are a little bit hard. Because I can see as much as you guys there. So, okay, that was pretty good actually. So, some puzzles have like a really huge distance from where you can draw on them. And those we need for the door for the tower. Actually have a big enough range so we can do it from all the way on that one specific spot on the island. And well, that just skips technically doing 3, yeah, I think it's 3 different puzzles before that. That would take quite a while, to be honest, but with that little skip we can just do it from down there. And yeah, I don't see anything when I do those snipes, and spoilers, there will be another part of snipes coming up soon. That's the first laser, by the way. It's just like every time the solution is just upwards, it's the laser. That's the first laser. And yeah, I don't see anything on the snipes, but I just go after the cursor. Like I have this little drawing cursor, and I just kind of estimate, or like, it's not estimate. You can roughly tell where you write or like draw on the panels. And just gotta do those. Those are kinda iffy sometimes. Yeah. With that we are already coming up, so that's the start of the jungle area, but since it's routing wise smarter to actually go into the bunker first right here, that's what we're gonna do, because in the bunker there's an elevator, and that elevator is quite slow and we need it all the way on the top. But before we can activate the elevator, it's like always the same. You solve some puzzles and that opens the door or the laser or whatever you need to progress the game. My drawing speed is actually quite alright right now, which I'm kind of impressed. Since in practice I was actually quite bad. But this is going actually pretty good. Oh, I never stand here to solve this one. Okay, we did it. And just 2 more and we can activate the elevator that is hiding right behind this door. So that's the elevator. We're gonna call him to go to the second to last floor, on like all the way up to the top. And now we're gonna finish off the jungle. So the jungle laser, I mean. And then we can use go back to that elevator and like finish the elevator laser, or like the bunker laser it is. In the meantime, I can maybe a little bit explain. So the solutions are, as I said already, mostly drawn on the panel itself. But those one you might have recognized already, those beautiful sounds. It has something to do with the sounds you hear. Here, oh, here I didn't explain that just yet. So this is the Trapdoor Skip. If you activate the trapdoor and you walk fastly over it before it's all the way on the top, you can actually just skip to it. Otherwise you would need to walk like 30-40 seconds. And that loses obviously a lot of time in this run, especially since this run isn't that long and actually really fast paced. So this is the second laser right here, the jungle laser. And now we are gonna go back to the bunker again and get the laser over here. So that should be the third one if I count correctly. With this elevator there's like a neat little trick. We stand here, so we see this, solve it, and then we fail this panel 2 times. And that makes the elevator go down even faster. Technically, if you would go all the way to the bottom, you could just fail it over and over and it would go a little bit faster each time. But on that little part that we needed, like that one step or the one floor, you can only 2 or 3 times do it. With that we are over to the Monastery, which is one of my favorite parts in the game, to be honest. Especially the speedrun is like really short. You only need to open the doors. But if you don't count the doors, it's just those 3 panels over to this wall. And the 4 inside, and then you're already through with this area, which is actually quite impressive. And yes, we runners remember all the solutions to these puzzles. It's actually pretty easy to remember all of them, in my opinion at least. Like if you really want to learn this game, it's about 120 different solutions you have to remember. But with a little bit of practice you will remember them really fast. On the any percent it's only 120. If you do 100%, Oof, it's over 600 things, I think. Like 600 puzzles. So that's the... Right here is already the laser. So as you saw, I can just bonk my head against the door. And then I just can straight up solve the laser panel. Which is quite nice, because there are like 20 different panels you would need to do before that. Oops.
Is it okay if I hop in just for a second?
Yeah, actually decent timing, yeah.
Yes, it was actually just to do a little PSA because apparently your mic is slightly too loud, according to chat. So would it be possible, for instance, to just slightly reduce the volume?
Of course, just give me a second then here.
No problem. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Could have just hopped in earlier. I hope it's better now. Maybe, perhaps.
We'll see.
Can also do like this, maybe a little bit further away. I hope that's better now. Maybe, perhaps. In before it's too silent now. This right here is, for example, a combination panel. So we just put in all the solutions on the panels we had before that, like in the little mazes. Yeah, and now we're going to the swamp. Get out of me, swamp. And that's the second snipes again. So those snipes are actually easier, to be honest, since it's just 2 panels and the solutions are pretty easy. Before that we just need to open that little door right here. So the swamp usually takes forever, especially since it has like auto... what's it called? Automatic bridges that are quite slow, and this area would take forever if we do it normally. So if you just stand in that very position, you can solve those 2 panels, and that's actually the shortcut after you're done with the whole area. So as you saw here, that's the shortcut right here, and the laser is straight over here. Oop. And if I didn't forget any of the lasers, which actually happened to me before, we should have 7 now. Since this laser takes a while to activate and we are reached the top on the mountain before that, we actually have some time for donations or incentives or whatever you want to block right now.
Absolutely. I just would like to take this time to really say thank you to ESA for hosting this marathon. Without them, BSG wouldn't be able to have such a platform to host this great event so far. So thank you to them. Definitely make sure to check out their website to check out their future events, including their future ESA events and Break the Record Live. So definitely do that. And as usual, do remember that this event benefits mind, and which is really about mental health. So definitely get those donations in. We're almost at 800 euros. It'll be absolutely amazing if we manage to reach that milestone in the next few hours. I trust you guys. We can do it. You all are amazing.
Nice. So inside of the mountain, I always like tell the people this is probably very interesting to look at for a viewer, but as a runner this is like we runners have like this kind of joke that mountain is literally the hardest part, but at least the panels are nice to look at. So I'm doing also a weird strat that none of the other runners do, which is kind of funny. So with this panel, for example, we draw the floor. Oops, that was right click instead of left click. So we draw this line we walk on here. So as you see, like the panels are not straightforward facing towards you, so they are doing all kinds of interesting stuff now. Or this solution is like, oops. You realize how it's like a little bit tilted and stuff and doing all that fun stuff. And you still have to draw normally though, so it doesn't change anything for you specifically, it just looks funny. So another one of those. Also, depending on where you stand and how you look on a panel, the solving behavior is different. So it's like only dependent on where you stand really. That's the only thing that like changes for me as a runner. For those, for example, there's like a grid over the panel and you need to kind of figure out what's behind that grid and what rules, for example, are behind that grid as well. Some of them you can't even see and you have to somewhat guess. And that's like one of the all-time favorite panel parts right here. Since everybody loves colors, right? Right? Otherwise life would be white and black and that's not fun, is it? Mainly inside of the mountain is hard because like, as you see, we do a lot of like weird corners and stuff you have to draw, and that's probably the hard part about all of this. Another time where we draw the floor, but this one will be special and you will see in a second, after I did the multi-panel. So I position myself so you can see what's going on. So each time I solve one, there will be one new rule added on another panel, but you draw all of them at the same time. Oops, that's not how I want this. So you have to include all of the rules in one panel, and that panel is like all the same now. So I have all the rules in here. That's like, what, 6 rules, if I remember correctly? I just do it, I don't even count it anymore. So as you see, there is another line now and we have to play off each other, so off both of the sides. That's not it. So we need to keep the rules. It's both times the same rules. So we need to keep the rules going, but need to switch back and forth so we can actually do the blue laser. So we can do the blue laser like, oops, like this, so we can go into the door and go down the final elevator. Technically it's not the final one, since the finish line or whatever, or the end of the game is also an elevator. So yeah, here we can just wait for a few seconds, since this elevator is kind of slow. Look at the beautiful architecture and stuff. Maybe I can ask you, what is the incentive for the challenge time trial? Did we manage to get that?
Regarding the time trial run, yes, it is fulfilled.
Oh no. I mean, that's great, but it's like really hard for me, and or like, yeah, kind of hard. Oops.
Well, I wish you good luck with that then.
It's really stressful, so that's gonna be fun. Right here we just do some floor panels, and then we open the door by doing a huge floor panel. And now we do the RNG door, so those two are randomly generated each time. Oh, thank god. Oh wow, I actually got easy ones, that's impressive. So sometimes those RNG made doors can have like really annoying solutions in them. But yeah, we got very lucky there, so I hope the challenge time trial, which is full of RNG, will be just as lucky. So right here we do the last 4 pillars. These pillars are somewhat easy. There's just like a little glitch that can happen every now and then. Oops, what am I doing? Where your cursor gets bling on the other side of the panel, and then it's like a big mess and you kind of need to start from the beginning, or you track all the way back. So there's also a reason why we start with the left 4 first, because right now we wait till that the elevator's all the way to the top, and that's what the left 4 panel panel pillars do, and those 4 just make the way appear to the elevator. So we actually had a little bit of time here on those 4, but just doing it this way is faster. And that's already the end of the game, actually. So the time is coming up in 3, 2, 1, time. Thank you. Can I ask what time that was? That was kind of good, I think. Because I don't have a timer running myself.
Let me see, I have a bit of a delay, but I'll tell you as soon as I can see. You got 1911.
Hey, that's fine. I'm glad with that, actually. That was pretty good. My practice wasn't as good, but as long as I'm under the 20 minutes, that's fine. So I guess I'm gonna hop over straight into the challenge time trial then.
Yes, I suppose you shall.
Just need to find my save file. Where's my save file? Yeah, there are quite a few save files, as you might. Ah, there it is. My god. Should we get an extra timer for this one?
I guess we should ask Tech. I mean, I don't. It depends on how long it is. I guess we could reset the timer if
I mean,
Tech hears this.
It's kind of time dependent. Obviously, it's a time trial, so.
Why not?
It's maximum 6 minutes or 7.
Okay. In that case, there we go. I can see Tech seems to have heard. Would you like me to count you down like we did at the beginning?
Yes, actually, yes.
Yeah, I reset the timer. You can do the thing.
Okay, thank you.
All right. If you're ready to start, I can count down.
I am ready.
Okay, you can start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so welcome to the challenge time trial. That's what you donated for, and this is very interesting. So everything in what you're gonna see now is all RNG. So every panel is literally just made up on the spot. And I kind of need to remember that solution. 1, 2, and then a snake. Okay. I will remember that. So the rules are always the same, but the where the rules are, like on what panel and stuff, is always different. Oh, that's an annoying bridge right there. So I need to think on the fly how to solve these. You can do like tons of them and get pretty decent and fast on them, but sometimes some solutions are getting you off guard for sure. Like this one, for example. Apparently I missed something there. Okay. This should work though. Okay. So, as you also noticed in the background, there's this wonderful music playing. This doesn't work. This one works, okay. And the song after that will make me very nervous, because then I know, okay, my time is running out, and the song is like... Oof. You might know the song, it's Hall of the Mountain King, so... this... Actually, this works. What am I doing? Just do it like that. Here, for example, I need to change the colors, or like divide the colors. And since I forgot what the solution to this was, I need to go back, look at it. 1, 2, snake. Okay. So because that will however you draw it, that will be the line we go through this maze right here. So 1, 2, and then like a snake kind of thingy. So those are the what we call Doritos. Oi, oi, oi. So for those, for example, you need to hit each side of that thing as many as Doritos are in the panel. And I think I just did it. Oh no, there were 2 there. Yeah, right. Okay, if you fail it, you need to go back and you can just reactivate it again. But that loses like a lot of time, obviously. So 1, 2, snake, and on the right side. So I need to hit this one 2 times. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. That was pretty straightforward. And now I forgot the ending to this, so I hope I can find the last panel. It was somewhere around here. Ah, there it is. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Sorry if I'm just counting, but I need to remember this. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay. I'm actually quite fast. Those are the last 2 panels, and the second song didn't even start. And this one is also straightforward, where you can just do this. Okay, so right now I need to collect all of them, and as you can see, it has like 2 different drawing lines. So you need to also not block yourself with the other line you draw, which can be hard at times. And now my favorite song of the game starts. Okay, never mind. I was fast enough actually, so the second song didn't start. Whoa. Okay, that was pretty freaking good. Because, as I said, I was really lucky there. Like, most of those things were pretty easy. It can also, like, have very bad patterns and very bad solutions where everything is complicated and then you're just a mess. So I'm kind of sorry that there wasn't much more hype than this, even though I'm still, like, a little bit shaking. But yeah, this was pretty good. Pretty good challenge time trial. So thank you for donating to that. And with that, I think I'm pretty much done.
All right. Well, first off, GG for both your run and this incentive run. It was definitely fun to watch. So indeed, now the question is, what next? Well, everyone, strap in, because right up next, we've got The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past online co-op by Xita and Wired Wiki. So I'm also looking forward to that one. Like A Link to the Past online co-op mod, that must be amazing to watch. We'll see. But yes, in any case, thank you everyone once again, and we'll be seeing you after a short intermission.
Bye.